Hey you! Welcome to the Best of Luxury Beauty 2022 week, where each day this week, every video is dedicated to a specific category for the Best of Beauty for 2022. Today, it's all about eyeshadows. One of my favorite categories. Let's hydrate and begin. These are eyeshadows that have a great formula. They impressed. I constantly saw myself wanting to reach for them, and I found them worthy enough, good enough for you. So in no specific order, because I do like and love them all pretty much the same, I'm actually going to start off with the eyeshadow palette that I'm wearing on my eyes. And this one is from BYREDO. I believe that this is pronounced and called the Flora Kalahari. Yeah, Flora Kalahari? I think that's how you say it. Now this palette contains 18 eyeshadows. Let's start off with the packaging. It's pretty simple packaging for the most part. And it has this little flower on it. It's not too bulky, but it's not, you know, the thinnest either. On the back, it has all of the shadows, names and such. You open her up to 18 eyeshadows. They, as you can see, are very well loved. This is a really pretty color story. You have a little bit of everything. You've got dark colors if you want to be dramatic. You have very light colors if you want to keep it simple. You have everyday wearable colors. I reached for this palette a ton this year. The formulation of these shadows is very, very creamy, very pigmented. They're very easy to work with. You've got shimmers, you've got mattes, a little bit of everything. Overall, it's an impressive performing palette. And mostly BYREDO has come out with the more smaller ones, which are great. Very creamy formulation on those as well. They look like little pebbles. I think they're beautiful. I have, I think, 2 in my collection, but I actually like the bigger palettes, and I hope to see another bigger one this year coming. The shadows are very pretty on the eye, apply very nicely, super creamy in formulation. They last well. I don't have any separating or any weirdness with these colors and shadows. They're gorgeous. The next eyeshadow product, and I call it that because it's like a crayon, and this one is from Chanel. This is the eyeshadow liner Kohl, and it's in the shade Contour Beige. They do have these in multiple different colors. This one has a sharpener on one end. This is a perfect one and done, and it's so creamy. You can literally apply it and just blend it with the finger, and the color is perfect. Look how creamy that is. So easy to work with, and then you just go with your finger and blend. It's gorgeous. This is lazy girl makeup at its finest. Packaging is really simple, and again, you have your crayon and the sharpener down at the bottom. And let me show you again how just easy. So you apply, and then you take your finger or even a brush and you blend. It's gorgeous. Super easy. This is a Golden Bouquet from Christian Dior. This is such a basic color story, but it's such a staple for your collection. It's something that you can reach for constantly. It creates absolutely beautiful looks. The formulation is gorgeous, just so pretty. I do have a dedicated video of this palette where I shared multiple different looks. You can do one and dones, you can keep it soft, you can make it dramatic, you can use this centered dark brown shade to create a liner. It gives options and versatility, all while keeping things soft and easy for the everyday. Dior this year had so many hits. I've been quite impressed with Dior. Such a simple and basic color story, but a staple in the collection, and something that you'll constantly reach for and enjoy so much because of its beautiful formulation. So again, that's the 5-color Couture eyeshadow palette from Dior in Golden Bouquet. And I mean, yes, the beautiful little flower embossing is a cute touch. And as much as I've used it, they seem to maintain. I mean, this one is probably the one that's gotten used the most, so it's kind of the most faded, but for the most part, it still looks really pretty. Sometimes when you get these eyeshadow palettes that have these really pretty embossings to them, you're like kind of sticking to one side so you don't mess the whole thing up, but this is just too beautiful not to use and enjoy. Another highly impressive, super well performing, beautiful color story eyeshadow palette, Anastasia. This is the Rose Metals eyeshadow palette. Like the packaging. It's fun. It's nice. And look at this color story. Right? The name suits it. Rose metals. And you've got your mattes, you've got your satins, you've got your metallics. These are gorgeous colors. Beautiful performing palette. The colors are a little bit bolder because they're more on the metallic end of things, but you still get very wearable looks with this palette. It's really gorgeous. When I first got it and I looked at these, I thought they were going to be super chunky, but they're not. They're true metallics, but they're smooth. And they're nicely pigmented. Gorgeous, right? These shadows are easy to work with. Everything applies and blends and looks great. You get to create beautiful looks with this palette. And again, the packaging is really nice. It's simple. You know, nothing over the top or too much. It's, you know, it's just enough. Okay, listen, I have to share this one. I know it's not something you can just buy all on its own. It's something you actually have to buy in like a kit, a set, a holiday set, but it's the Westman Atelier iPod. This is from the Holiday Lip Box. And the formulation on this is so different than the other iPods from Westman Atelier. I mean, we have to talk about the packaging. It's so nice. You have this glittery one, but it's not the glitter that's gonna flake. It's really nice. And these are magnetic. Gorgeousness. So you actually have two shimmery shades and then you have one matte. They're not like that putty-like texture like the other iPods. This is more of a traditional eyeshadow formula. These blend beautifully. You can do one and dones. You can intensify the more shimmery shades. It's shimmer done in the Westman Atelier way. It's softer, it's more wearable, and it's actually something that you'd feel comfortable wearing during the day. I know sometimes we reserve shimmer eyeshadows for more of an event or going out to dinner or for the night, you know, for a night look. But these, you can actually apply them a little bit softer and wear them during the day. They're just so gorgeous. They are 3 colors, but I did a dedicated video and shared multiple different looks with you, and you can get a lot of use out of just these 3 shades. They're fantastic. Natasha Denona, my dream collection. What a gorgeous color story. What a beautiful formulation. Everything about this palette, wow. This is a color story with everything you need. This is Natasha Denona's favorite colors put all in one palette. You have a shifting shade. You have a black shade that you can do liner with. You can do smoky eyes with. You can do everything with. You can create your matte looks. You can create your fun looks. You can get bold. You can get dramatic. You can do it all with just this one palette. It's such a beautiful color story. And anytime I get a new Natasha Denona palette, I always feel so inspired and want to just create looks with it because it's just so fun to work with. The formulation is just so good, so nice, and this did not disappoint at all. Now the last and final palette for the best of in 2022 is a holiday palette from Dior. I know. Dior really, like I said, Dior is doing something right. Yes, it's a holiday palette, but you could use this way beyond the holidays. It's way more than just like a festive palette that you're going to only use during the holidays. No, this color story, this is a color story for your everyday go-to. Everyday colors. You could go hard with this palette. And so you've got 2 shimmers and 3 mattes, and you know those are endless possibilities when you create looks. I did a dedicated video sharing multiple different looks, and I do know that there are some people who take the eyeshadows out. This will come out, and you can use this as like a card holder, and it's got a mirror in it. Packaging, it's got the Dior bit right here. It's really nice. It's like velvet. It's nice. It is really nice. So those were the best of eyeshadows for 2022. Share some of your favorites. Comment them down below. I love eyeshadows. So I'm definitely curious to hear what your favorites were. I'll see you tomorrow as we continue on with the Best of Beauty week. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.